have a video where I talk about all the things that I'm not going to be buying in 2026, and I even go as far as talking about my first quarter no buy challenge in 2026, where I'm not going to be spending money or purchasing anything except the necessities for the first quarter of 2026. But when that first quarter is done, I am going to try and balance out the rest of the year. And I'm hoping that instead of just going from that challenge to just like doing what I used to do in the past and then having the same results like I've done in the past, which don't make me very happy in terms of like where I'm spending and where my money is going, I'm gonna have a more intentional list of things that I'm willing to spend on in 2026. So let's go through some of what is on my list, and I'm also curious what is on your list as well. So the first thing on my list is actually my gym membership and wellness. I'm a huge believer in investing in your health or paying for it later, because I've seen a lot of people underestimate the energy they have when they're younger and just assume that they're always gonna have that by default. Things change as we get older, and I hope that we're all getting older. Like one of my coaches said, because if you're not getting older, you're probably dead. And so as we get older, we need to remember that there's so many things that we have to work on if we want to keep having them. Our muscles, our balance, our health, and nutrition. These are the things that we cannot take for granted and just expect to always be the way that it was, unless we're actually putting in the work to make sure that we don't lose as much muscle and we don't eat things that make us feel sick or just unhappy. And also, like, getting that gym membership is really going to transform your life because it just keeps you consistent, and in the future you're just going to be grateful that you have your mobility and you have your balance and you have your strength and you're able to still do things on your own. The second thing that I'm willing to spend on is investments for the future. I'm a huge believer that you should try as much as possible to build a beautiful future for yourself. A part of that is daring for more. I'm talking about not being too scared to take risks that are outside of your comfort level. And I'm not saying that you should just go and do something without any research, but there are a lot of people that will not even invest in the stock market because they're scared. But the thing is, there are advisors that can actually help you figure out what to invest in and where to start investing. So being scared cannot be the excuse. So I like to invest in my future. I like to invest in stocks. I like to invest in different things that I think will make me better. And of course, the most important investment that anyone can ever make is yourself. So I always look at what I need to be at my best, whether that is having a coach for my fitness or any other area of my life that I'm trying to improve on, going to therapy, also building on community, with being more intentional and meaningful in my relationships, friendships, and all of those things. I like to think about 5 years from now, what is my life gonna look like? And what can I do today to have that life? Because sometimes when we answer that question, we're talking about things that we want, but there isn't always like something that we're doing today to get that thing that we're describing. So I like to look backwards and invest in those areas. So I'm, like I said, my health, my food, my nutrition, the relationships, and just in myself. One thing I've noticed is that my groceries are so expensive. I keep thinking about how to make that go lower. And when I did a quick audit, I noticed that a lot of what I spend on is the food, because I like to make sure that I have high protein. So like meat is just expensive. I buy chicken or fish sometimes, but if you really want to start caring about like how the meat is being raised or like what they are feeding it, because honestly sometimes you eat meat here in Canada and you're just like, what am I eating? What is in this chicken? Why does it feel so rubbery? Like, what is that? And honestly, I just try not to think about it. I try not to think about it because what are the options, right? This is where I live, this is what they sell, and I'm just eating that. I do not mind spending on my food because that is a fuel for the workouts that I do. And I don't mind spending in the gym and the membership that I go to work out, or the running gear that I wear to work out and run outside or inside, especially in the winter. Like I just need what I need. These are the places where I don't mind spending. You know, the necessities, investing in my future, and then also giving back. I love giving back to the people in my life. I love giving back to the communities that have served me. I love giving back to God through the church. And that's pretty much what I'm excited and interested in spending on in 2026. What is on your list?